Welcome, my dear friends. 5 checklist before you introduce patterns to enhance pre-literacy skill. Welcome to the Foundational Literacy series, and I am Dr. Rajni Rao, your friend and coach. And in today's session, we will discuss why patterns are important, when to start patterns, how to introduce patterns for recognition, how to reinforce patterns for identification, and finally how to register patterns for understanding the connections and analysis. So welcome to this series and let's dive in. My dear friends, patterns are the basic elements of literacy because only when children understand patterns, they understand the formation of a letter, a number and future geometry, which is shapes. So children have to be very clear with number one, which pattern is this and how is this pattern related to the other pattern in numbers, alphabets and shapes. Number two, when to start with the patterns. So we can start patterns around 2 years of age, but you can also check if the child is ready with number one, hand and eye coordination. This is very, very important. Number two, the fine motor has started developing. It cannot enhance. The child is now able to hold, having these precise movements. You can start with the patterns. And number three, when you feel, yes, now my child can pay attention for at least a very short span of time. So when the child is ready with these three skills or at the age of 2+, you can start with the patterns. Number three, how to introduce patterns for recognition. Well, my dear friends, you all know that we need only 6 patterns. So what I recommend is we don't need to learn many patterns in order to achieve early literacy. All we need is the 6 patterns. So what is this? Standing line. What is this? Sleeping line. What is this? Forward slanting line. What is this? Backward slanting line. This is, let me show this to you. So this is a closed curve and this is a open curve. So these are the basic patterns that the child needs to recognize. So what is recognition? Recognition means absorb. So the child will see this as a picture initially and absorb the formation. So recognition is absorb what you are showing. What are the activities that we can do? Bring in big charts. So you can see here we also need small flashcards, I don't deny, for recognition. So after this small flashcards, go for these big charts, and when you allow the child to trace, tracing on big patterns becomes very, very evident. The pattern recognition becomes easy. Next, paint it on the sky. So why do I say paint it on the sky? Because the child will have to now create the visual memory. So when you paint it big, slanting line, sleeping line, standing line, you are actually painting it, not tracing in air. It is painting on the sky, where the hand movements also will be big movements, not finger movements. So this is very, very important. And next is use your body generously. So make the child sleep on the floor and allow the other children to feel the sleeping line through the body. You can use your hands also generously. So this is a standing line. This is a sleeping line. This is a backward slanting line. This is a forward slanting line. So this is a open curve and this is a closed curve. So like this, you can make hand action and use your body generously to help children recognize the patterns. Next is how to reinforce patterns for identification. Identification means you have the memory of the pattern. Now you will have to be very, very precise. So understanding precise, when I show a standing line and a sleeping line, now the child can tell me which one is standing and which one is sleeping, and that skill is called as identification. So for this, what we can do, for the activities we can do is air trace. Now bring it small, from big to small. So now air trace, the patterns in the air, and desk tracing, trace the pattern on the desk on a wooden surface, and finally walking on the pattern. So you can spread patterns on the floor and make children walk on the pattern, because in every tracing you can see the neural end either in your finger or your toes is being involved, and the memory will be very strong when we use the neural ends as well, and this creates muscular memory, solid muscular memory. And finally, how to register patterns to understand the shape formation. This is also very important, and the 3 activities that you can do is identify the patterns on objects. For example, so when I show you this object, there is one standing line, there is one sleeping line on the top, there is one sleeping line at the bottom, and there is one more standing line on the other side. So like this, you will have to give objects and make children feel the pattern formation on real objects. Next, you can allow them to copy from the board. So you can draw a simple square or anything and ask them to copy. Now they know the pattern, they can recognize, they can identify, and now they are registering it. So this will help them copying it from the board or describing it also. So when you show A, the child can describe that there is one forward slanting line, one backward slanting line, and a sleeping line in between. And finally, the third one is engage them creatively, give them some building blocks or make them draw on the board. Using these patterns, they can create many pictures or drawings as well. So these are all the activities that you can be doing in your classroom to help kids get ready with the patterns, so that we get ready with the foundational literacy program. So my dear teachers and parents, share this video with somebody who is starting their journey in foundational literacy, and I will see you in the next episode.